Hey, what's up guys? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing with Portugal in the Law Resistance expansion. Alright, so in the last episode I posted a pinned comment about what I thought we should do, and I feel like we have no choice here due to the stability issues, which I think might be causing those problems with compliance. You can also see that it gives resistance issues, so yeah, I think we have to solve that. And then of course we're not getting any political power either. I mean, right now it looks like we are because of course we haven't picked anything here yet, but we're just not getting very much there, so it's going to limit us. So I feel like we have to go for the Fifth Empire. I'm worried about the trade situation, but we can find other ways to solve that, guys. So let's go and go with the Fifth Empire. And so basically this is going to leave two issues. Of course, the consistent issue we have, manpower, and the fact that we might not be able to get steel for our factories. Now, given there's a few things we can do to try and increase trade relations with other countries, we're going to initiate those here in a minute. But basically, for the long term, we need to find a way to get both manpower and steel. And we also want to go to war with somebody. So what I'm thinking, guys, is that China should be our next target. If you look at from, just right next to us, there's steel right there. There's steel right there. More steel. Steel galore. So I feel like with these guys distracted, with Japan almost winning too, Japan's going to win very soon, guys. I mean, if we were to just take a look at the conflict and see how much longer this is going to last here, just click on this. I don't even know if we can get there in time, actually. Maybe this is not going to work. They're 57% towards capitulation. Of course, they got to beat everybody else. But yeah, I think we need to just hurry up and get over there. But given we do have to do this, and then we have to do the expand the Chinese territories. So that's a total of 140 days. So we'll have to see if that'll be soon enough. We could, of course, just do our own war goal, but yeah, I don't think that's the best way to go. We can go and start sending our troops there. Before we do, let's build up the naval base just by 1 point. We'll build it up a little bit more, but this is gonna be it, and this will be done. Wow, it just takes so long for us to get anything constructed, man, because of the unstable republic. But yeah, I just don't think we'll be able to get enough supply in there for all of our divisions. We're gonna go and send them over there. It's gonna take them a while to get there. So, well, you know what? Let's wait just a couple weeks to send them, just in case supply is really bad there. All right, so I think we're ready to go. But yeah, if we attack here, this is going to get us both steel and manpower. Carol II abdicated, and Legionary Romania has joined the Axis. So I think and they're going to keep on inviting us to the faction. We're going to keep turning that down. We're not interested in joining the Axis. So yeah, I do expect war with the Soviets will happen soon. There's nobody else for them to fight. Greece is just about defeated. So we're going to wait until about mid-January here, and then we're going to go ahead and send the troops. We got the Marines completed, the next tech for them. Let's see what we want to get next. I suppose getting logistic companies would be helpful. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh yes, I forgot. I also would like to go ahead and build up a motorized division to send over to China, because we need a fast division, and we could do cav divisions, but you know what? One motorized division won't hurt. Of course, we need to fill them out here, but we're going to use our army experience for something else. You can see here that we are using quite a bit of manpower and equipment on trying to keep our colonies suppressed here. Just kind of go through these and show what we're currently using, especially Angola. So I think getting the MPs would help a lot. Let me just look at that one more time. I want to see how much of an impact this makes, the MPs. So 1.87 thousand for manpower and 224 equipment. So let's go ahead and add these now. Let it play for a few days, add the MPs, and then see how this changes things. Because this adds a lot of suppression to them. So let's save that, and then we'll let it play for a little bit, and then we'll see how that changes. We did get the basic cruiser armor scheme, so that's been knocked out. We still need to get the 1940 cruisers, and of course their armor. Let me see what else we need. Guns, obviously, too, and then still need the secondary batteries. Still a lot of stuff to get, guys. All right, this is what we'll start with. Let's go ahead and start with the secondary batteries because they're quick. Need to get a lot of stuff, basically, for those larger ships. What else do we... Well, I forgot we're going to do the light cruisers first, aren't we? Okay, so since we're doing the light cruisers first, I had completely forgot about that. I was all thinking like bigger ships. We will go ahead and get the medium batteries first then. All right. And those help for the bigger ships too. So now let's take a look and see how this is adjusted. All right, it has made a little bit of an impact. Yeah, we probably got, a few hundred manpower back. Yeah, a couple hundred manpower back, a little bit of equipment as well. Okay, so that's helpful. So despite building the motorized divisions, we don't really need that much more motorized. Let's take a look and see how we got our stuff going. Support equipment. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I suppose this is actually good. We're not gonna do anything here. We're fine. All right, so we got maintenance companies. So we wanted to add those to our division designs. Of course, we don't have any experience, so won't be able to get that right now. Could go in and improve the MPs even more, and that would get us more manpower and equipment, really anything to kind of help us out. But let me see what we have a research slots going towards right now. Support weapons, logistics, and basic medium battery. Okay, I don't want two things going into this right now. We are in 1941, so we should probably start working on 1941 industrial techs. Maybe I should have got the construction first, since we're building stuff right now. Whatever, we'll get it next. All right, so I think we're ready to go and send these guys. It's going to take them a while to get there. Kind of split this up, leaving some divisions back home. Going to send 9 divisions right now, and then that motorized division whenever we get that done, which will probably train them in China as soon as they're like ready to deploy. Once they get enough equipment and training to deploy, we'll probably just send them to China so that they'll be there when we need them. All right, so our divisions are heading on over there. It's going to take them a few weeks to get there. Hopefully we'll have that port built by then. Have it built up to level 2. And I don't know if that's going to be enough for the supply. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See how these guys are doing. So these 2 are trained. I'm actually going to send one of them over there. Let's put both these guys over here. And let's see how we want to do this. Let's place these guys over here. And then we'll figure out where we're going to put them. Now, one of them's going to China, as I said. I don't know that we'll actually fight with him, but he can at least like defend the port behind us and get entrenched and stuff in case we have to retreat, which we might build up some forts for that same purpose. So we've got 2 divisions here, 2 here, 1 there, 2 right there, and 1 right there. Okay, where do we want to send these guys then? We still need to have somebody to defend that. As I said before, I don't know that we'll defend India. I don't know if it would be worth it. We don't really want to stretch ourselves out too far. We might keep this guy here to defend ports so that we can use our larger divisions for other tasks. So we got support weapons 3. So let's go ahead and get the industrial techs. We're going to go for the construction 4. Get that built. And that should help. And the port should be built, and then we'll start working on that civilian factory again. The troops are, looks like they just went through the Suez. And Greece has capitulated. So really not much going on at this point other than like a battle here in Sardinia. But the Axis are essentially just, I suppose, we don't really know exactly what they're doing, but imagine they're preparing here for the war against Soviets. And we should prepare for getting this Fifth Empire. So the way I think we should do this is by increasing opinion. So this is, that Fifth Empire is going to reduce everybody's opinion by 100. And opinion does actually impact your trade opinion as well. So if we were to improve relations with countries that we're trading with, like we're getting steel from them, so let's like improve relations with them. And then we can also improve relations with America to make sure that we can get stuff with them. So we'll trade with them. And I know that that's going to impact our total political power, but that's okay. That is fine, guys. It's just temporary while we build up the relations with them in preparation for us getting this Fifth Empire. Should be going through the Indian Sea now, or Indian Ocean, excuse me. Going around India. And so yeah, we did get the port built in time. So we're at level 2 port. That's going to allow more supply to go in. I'm hoping it's enough. Remember, we do have the logistic companies here. I suppose we'll see. I think infrastructure is pretty low too. And it's level 4. That's not too bad. I think the port would then be the main thing that's going to be limiting supply there. And we aren't getting something from... Oh, we're not getting rubber from Siam. Okay. Let's just go ahead and pull this back. There's other countries we can trade for, or trade with, excuse me. We'll trade with them. All right, and that's why I'm kind of building the opinion up with them. And so yes, of course, we know trade was modified. We got the Fifth Empire. So yeah, I don't even know if we can get trade with them at all now. And that's why we're trying to increase the opinion, guys. We knew this was going to be an issue. Let's go expand the Chinese territory 70 days away, and Japan just continues to push forward. I don't know how much is going to be left for us to get, guys. And we have changed up our flag. We are now the 5th Portuguese Empire. And I think we can now create our faction, right? Are we already in a faction? Let me just take a look here. You know, not in a faction. Wasn't that what gave us the ability to create the faction, though? Yeah, we can now create factions. But we have to have somebody to create it with, because these guys are not willing to accept it. So we'd have to create it with... We don't have any puppets, so we'd have to create it. We'd have to free somebody just to create a faction, basically. And then once we join the faction, the idea here is that Spain should join too. We'll see if that's actually true, because we did make a treaty about that. But first, let's figure out this trade situation, guys, because there's not going to be anybody to trade with. We already know that. We have a little bit of ability to trade with them. They probably don't like us much, but they like us enough to trade. So that's good. So we still get the rubber from them. Can't get the aluminum. So we're getting the steel from them. So yeah, keeping the relations high with them is going to be important. We're trying to get the opinion up with the Americans that we'll be at least be able to trade with them. But I don't think that's going to... I don't know if it'll be enough, guys. Probably not. We'll keep it going, though. Try and get it up higher. And see what we can do. I think you can get up to 100 improved relations. I could be wrong about that, though. I think it lets you get up to 100. So we'll keep on improving relations in those two countries, America, just because they've got all the resources to trade for. And really, it's just aluminum that we need. And we might be able to get everything we need from the French. We might not even need to improve relations with the Americans, actually. Yeah, I mean, if we can get everything from the French, although the oil, that's one thing we were trading with the Americans for, and there's not really anybody else to trade with the exception of the Romanians. All right, guys, we'll keep on improving relations with them. But yeah, I don't really know that we'll be able to get trade relations up high enough, guys. Maybe. We might be able to get up high enough to just get a little bit from them. So we'll keep the opinion going up. We can also send our guy over there. Maybe we will go ahead and do that. Try and get a little bit of a trade with them. And by guy, I mean our spy. So let's go ahead and send him over there. See if we can... Let's see here. Where is it at? Control trade. So we'll send this over. We'll send him over to the capital. Well, I'll send him over to New York, I suppose. So I guess it's all this area. Never mind. All right, so we're going to try and improve our trade relations with them. This boosts it by a little bit. And you can see it kind of ticking up, and then we'll see if we can't get it where we can trade with the Americans for oil and stuff. We got the basic medium battery knocked out. Awesome. So that's going to be for our cruisers, or for our light cruisers. And what else do we need to get them? We need to get them the airplane catapult. It'd be helpful to have. Obviously, secondary batteries is something we want to get. Let's go and start with this because we have the experience to get that quickly. All right, so where are our troops? Are they there yet? Close, very close. So yeah, this is the flag that we're using for our thumbnail. That's where we got it from. I had to go into the files and look to see what the flag would change to, so HiJynx could make the thumbnail based on that. So these guys here are done training. 2 of the Marines are. So let's go and place them into this army here. All right, excellent. We'll just keep the Marines there for now. And do we have these guys ready to deploy? They are. So we're going to go ahead and send them over there now, actually. Send them over to here. And they might not get there in time for the war, but that's all right. So we're expanding the Chinese territory. Man, I don't know if we're going to get there in time. The Japanese are expanding, man, very rapidly. I'm hoping we can get some territory. Again, even if we join the war in time, there's no guarantee that we'll get war score up high enough, given how long the Japanese have been fighting, to actually get anything in the peace treaty. But the main thing with the Chinese, though, is that they have their own factions. So basically, they're like the only country we could attack without having to worry about them joining the Allies. You know, if we attacked Brazil, then they're going to, of course, end up probably pulling the Americans because they have the guarantee now. Maybe not necessarily. The Americans don't always honor their guarantees on those South American countries. I've seen so many times that they don't honor it. I don't know if they can't for some reason. I don't really know how that works. Looks like we actually do have enough trade in here. All right, awesome. I didn't know if we were going to. So we do have the trade that we need there. That's great news. So that'll allow us to instead build something else. So we should probably get... I almost feel like we got to build civilian factories, man, because we just don't have enough civilian factories to really get anything done. Now we are trading for less stuff, so that has given us some of our... Oh, yeah, now we have the Americans able to trade with us again. All right, awesome. So that has helped. Okay, I wasn't sure how much it would help, but yeah, it did increase it up enough where we can now trade with them. Okay. So that's good, though it does look like we have more options for trading. We'll keep the spy there for now, just to make sure we have that, but I think we're going to cancel our improved relations with them. How high are we? Yeah, I don't even think that we are doing it anymore. Yeah, we're not doing it anymore. It got to 100 and then it stopped. All right, so that allows us to build up our political power again. We're not losing that political power either, so that's another thing. And stability should be ticking up as well. Yeah, you see stability is currently ticking up 2 now. So everything is getting better, guys. Everything is getting better. We can probably go ahead and get these guys ready. And these guys are... Okay, they're going to stay here. So let's go and get everybody placed here, although we'll wait till he gets here. And then go ahead and get a planning bonus for him. So go ahead and start getting their planning up. And we'll be declaring war soon. It does look like we are having some supply problems here. Okay, I was a little bit worried about that, and it is ending up being an issue. The naval base just isn't big enough. Okay, I was kind of concerned about it. Luckily, we can get it a lot faster now, and that's, because we're not getting that penalty to construction anymore. We got the logistic companies completed, so that might also help it. We can go ahead and get the MPs next. Just trying, because the more territory we occupy, the more needs we're going to have when it comes to this. So that gets us a lot of our manpower back and less equipment being required there. And that did fix the lack of supply. But you can see we're very, very close to it. And we haven't even gotten these guys here, which will require more supply. All right, so almost there, guys. And they're still expanding, but luckily not as fast as I thought they would. So I think we should be able to take some territory. I just don't know if we're going to have enough war score to get anything in the peace treaty, unfortunately. It's be a real shame. Oh, and they're doing invasions. God damn it. Shit. Japanese, man. Ruining my plans. Oh, they beat them back already. Japan demands French Indochina, and they gave it to them. So now they have all that territory there. Alright, well, I guess we don't have to worry about the French here, I suppose. 10 more days, 9 more days. And then we'll be able to declare war. We're going to do it immediately. We got the concentrated industry 4. Excellent. So I suppose we can go for the assembly line production next. Try and get anything helped out there. And now we can't get rubber from them because they don't have any. So that's unfortunate, which means we can't get rubber from anybody. Rats. Because Americans don't have rubber. Okay. Yeah, and they're not going to trade with us. The Japanese aren't going to trade with us. So that's not an option. You know what? We might not be able to get rubber from anybody. That's a problem. So we knew this was going to be an issue. We knew we were going to have problems with some supply. But yeah, there's just nobody to trade with. And I don't even know. I guess we could improve relations with the Dutch East Indies, though. Soon they're not going to have any either. They're going to lose it all. Do British Malaya, but again, they're going to lose it too. And the British aren't going to have much either. I suppose we can try and improve with the Dutch East Indies because we're not even trading with the Americans now. And we probably got it up higher, I suppose. I imagine, yeah, we're up a little bit. So I imagine it's going to like tick down slowly. But again, we're not even trading with them. So let's go and try with the Dutch East Indies and seeing if we can't get some supply from them. Just to get a little bit here. We'll slowly start ticking that down. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think we'll be able to get anything from them. Probably not. It's just going to be too low. Maybe we might be able to get it. I mean, once we sit there forever, we'll be able to get trade relations up to like 15, and maybe we can get one factory worth of rubber. Yeah, I just said I don't think there's going to be anything I do about rubber, which means it's going to hurt our plane production. Could always stop plane production, but man, we really need planes. Means we won't be able to use many planes here. So one more day, guys, and we do have a civilian factory free now. Where did we get so many? Okay, not sure what that was from, but we'll take it. So the trade should be good here now, or excuse me, the supply. We're at naval base 3, though we did just get more. No, we actually haven't got that guy there yet. He's still not here. He is just now going around the Malay Peninsula. So yeah, I probably sent him there too late, unfortunately. All right, is what it is. Let's go ahead and we're doing better in civilian factories. We're not trading for them. That's the main reason why. That's where we got it from. I was curious where the hell we got those from. That's where. So we could go and continue building up the dockyards. We actually have the ability to build one here, so let's go and get one more dockyard then. And then I'll only be one dockyard away from getting our 5th research slot. And there we go. We got the national focus. We're going to declare war here. Let's go ahead and get... we could go down this route if we wanted to, but we won't. We got other stuff we need to get. Kind of improve our industry. We have this here, which will give us some of the resources we need. So we really should start working on that. But we also need colonial army to get the non-core manpower up. So that's something to consider too. Let me just see here what we want to do first. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and start working. Just trying to see what all these grant us. Oh, this one gives us a civilian factory. I didn't realize that. So that would be helpful to have. Alright, and these are, yeah, that's not that helpful. Oh, and you have to have both of these. Okay, so we have to go for that. Alright, so I guess what we'll start with is we'll go and start with this one. And we're going to declare war, guys. So let's declare war, and that means they should join. Oh yes, that's right, we haven't created the faction yet. So let's go ahead and do that. And once we go to war, you can see that it does pull the Spanish in. But let's create the faction first. I had completely forgotten about creating the faction. So we're gonna turn this to speed 3. The way we're going to have to do this is release somebody. I think that's going to be the only way to do it. Is to release one of our countries. I would prefer to have gotten the compliance up to make a collaboration government. But that's not going to be an option. So let's just see who we can release. And then figure out from there. So we have the territory here that we could release. So that's one option. I'm just trying to base this off of, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter which one we do here, does it? So yeah, we could do them there. There's also Mozambique, which that's the larger one, which we probably don't want to give that one away. And then of course there's Angola. So I think we should do the small one here. This is the smallest territory we have. So let's go and release them. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, release as a puppet. I never do this, so. So we're going to release them as a puppet. That'll allow us to create the faction, because they have no choice but to accept it. And we need to create a faction name, which I didn't come up with one here. I'm thinking it's just going to be like 5th Portuguese Empire. And Spain will join and they'll be part of it. That makes them officially part of the 5th Portuguese Empire, I think. Since our country's already called 5th Portuguese Empire, I decided we call it Iberian Alliance. And hopefully the Spanish join us. Here's else that wouldn't make much sense. But yeah, we'll call it that. And maybe they'll be more willing to accept. They're like, we don't want to be in the 5th Portuguese Empire. So let's call it the Iberian Alliance. Let's go and send that off. They have to accept it. And that should result in them joining. Yep, they're now in our faction. Awesome. So that is very, very good because they were also getting that -100 with us. So that increases their opinion of us. And they're now in our faction officially. And this is the way that it looks. The current faction, guys. So Spain is in it. We're going to go ahead and declare war now. And they have to join it as well. Oh, it's the Iberian Pact. I guess we should have called it the Iberian Pact, perhaps. But whatever, it's the Iberian Alliance now. All right, so we are now at war. And let's go ahead and start advancing and try and take as much territory as we can. Can we go that way? Yeah, okay, so this way we're going to do it. We're going to do like 2 going each way. We currently have 9 of these. Oh, Lord. Let's do 2 going that way. And then we're going to send 4 off that way. Can we go this way? We might be able to go that way. Let me see. No, we can't. Alright, so let's just go ahead and try and get as much territory as we can. And Japan just declared war on the Philippines, so that's going to bring the Americans in to the conflict. They're going to be joining. Yeah, alright. So that means they're going to join the Allies. It doesn't result in them attacking us, of course. And non-aggression pact offer, we'll accept that. And we have a decision available. Let's go ahead and say we're not interested in either of these right now. It did kind of suck we had to do that, release them, but that was the only way to create the faction, from my understanding. I don't think you can click on yourself and create it. Yeah, there's no way to, like... I mean, there might have been a button or something. I don't think so, though. I thought you had to create a faction with somebody, so... Typically the way to do it is with puppets. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I think that's the way it needs to be done. And of course, they're going to join. Everybody's going to join this war. All their faction. They're not prepared for us to attack them, so... Let's go ahead and get to expanding again just as rapidly as we can. We're going to go kind of slow here, make sure that we get as much territory as we can before the rest of China reacts to our aggression. We did get a factory from this, so we're going to pump this into something. Again, we're still short on resources, though, so I guess we'll go into infantry equipment, since we do have steel at the very least. Can we trade yet for the damn rubber? We can't. I don't even know if we're ever going to be able to trade with the rubber, guys. We might have been able to do it with the British. Yeah, I guess we should probably do it with the British instead. We might be able to get their rubber. That might be a little bit easier to get. Actually, it'd be a lot easier to get than the Dutch East Indies. Okay, I'm being a little bit indecisive here, but I don't think that we're ever going to get it up high enough with them, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's like half of... I don't think we'd get it up high enough. So we're going to have to do it with the British. And then we should be able to trade with them to keep our factories going. Now, we don't have an airbase, so I can't put my planes in here, which is a real shame. Not that we have a ton of planes any damn way. We'll just have to capture one, because I'm not going to build one. Alright, so let's go. Oh, there's an airbase right there. Alright, we actually have these guys already going that way. So, is anybody going... Nobody's going over here. Alright, is there anything I need to be aware of up here? We're at war. Okay, yeah, the resources are a problem. Okay, we're good. So we want to get that airbase to seize control of the skies and try and connect up here with the Japanese territory now. And already we have, well, we don't have any war participation. The Japanese have been at war too damn long, man. I don't know if we'll be able to get anything, man. I really hope we can, but I'd be surprised if we'll be able to. Occupying this does mean that it's going to be really expensive for them to get it, but I still don't think we're going to get anything out of this war, guys. We'll try. I'm going to try. Now, if we can just get as much war score as possible, then maybe, but yeah, I don't feel very positive about it. And let's accept the non-aggression pact. We can now modify our government. We have 150 political power. We also have options here available. Institute press censorship. How are we looking on that regard? We're 61% fascist, so we're fine when it comes to that. Can't go ahead and change up to extensive conscription now. Could also change over to war economy. I feel like going to war economy might be best, since we can always go to extensive anytime because we're fascist. Yeah, so I mean, I think that the best way to do this would be go war economy next, so that we'll have more civilian factories, building that dockyard up. Okay, pushing forward, guys. Let's go and have you guys advance. Oh, we already have somebody going that way, so we'll have these guys instead go this way. And push forward over here. And we got the inclined belt cruiser armor scheme. So let's go and see what we want next. Are we not getting a research bonus for these cruisers? 88 days. And I feel like we should build the most modern cruisers. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that next. Let's just go and get the cruiser hull so we can at least start building one, even if they don't have all the best equipment. All right, excellent. So we have connected here. I haven't pulled everybody in yet, so we can't actually attack right there, unfortunately. Yeah, because we're not at war with everybody. So that kind of limits us a little bit. We have to go here instead. All right, and yeah, I'm not going to use those guys. They'll stay right there. Trench up. Oh, we have a province here. Well, we'll just send 2 in there. That's okay. And he's going that way. All right. So these 2 divisions here will hopefully wrap this all up for us. Just constantly keep our divisions attacking. We are facing some attrition problems, so that's a problem. And these guys need to be assigned to this. Let's go ahead and say, just in case we run into anything here, so they get a planning bonus when they're sitting still, though they're never going to be sitting still, so they are attacking us over here. Let's go ahead and go this way to cut the divisions off here, and then we'll attack up that way once they have been cut off. Well, let's keep these guys here and these guys here. We're going to be attacking up as soon as they're cut off from supply, though. I guess we can't cut them off until we go all the way up. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and have these guys try and cut them off. And trying to avoid attacking some of these areas. So slowly gaining territory, guys. And we're going to decline them joining the conflict. And we are up to 1% total war participation, so still not much, unfortunately. Can we trade yet for the rubber that we need with the British? We're at negative 30. So, I mean, we just started it. Oh, what's going on here? Let's have these guys go up here. All right, so they are attacking us there. And so, again, once these guys are cut off here, which, again, we can't cut them off without going all the way up over here, but since we can't attack their territory because they haven't been pulled in yet, and we do actually have resistance here, so that's a problem. What can we do? I mean, we're building up the compliance. Oh, compliance gain is disabled here. Let's take a look and see what's going on with the occupied territories. So where are we at here? Is it here? Is this the territory? Yeah. Okay, so that's the China one. Here it is. It's this one right here. So we have civilian oversight on, so I don't know if compliance gain will be happening, because does it not gain when modifiers currently not active have been enabled when compliance goes above 15%? See, it said it's not active. Not entirely sure. Maybe you can't get compliance while in war? That would make sense. In which case, then you would just want to oppress them, right? We're going to let it sit, because I'm still kind of learning how all this works. But yeah, I think maybe that's how it works, is that you can't get compliance as long as you're still at war, which would make sense. So we'll let it sit, and then we'll see if it goes up at all. If it doesn't, then there's really no reason for us to do that. Yeah, there's just no reason for us to do that way, and then we just suppress them and get the resources. We are getting compliance here, though. Right here in China. Oh, because they're not in the war. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how this works, guys, honestly. So could go ahead and start conquering all this. I suppose we should. Let's go and go this way, and then we'll get down here and get all that territory. Should be easy enough to get it, hopefully. Actually, this is what we're going to do. Let's have this guy. He's not doing anything. Hopefully there's no troops down there. We'll just kind of gamble that there's none over there. All right, so once they cut these guys off, we'll start attacking over here and wipe the divisions out there. And we're going to accept all these non-aggression pacts, of course. All right, so let's go ahead and, well, actually, let's just cut him off. There's no reason to attack him. All right, so they're in a very, very bad position right now. All right, let's go this way now. And we do have military factories that we seized from them. How are we doing on infantry equipment? We're actually doing really, really good. Okay, so we don't really have the manpower. We're getting more manpower, though, from China. But let's put this into something else. We still can't trade for rubber, right? No. I would put it into planes if I had a choice here. But I guess we'll just go into building up stockpiles or something. How are we doing on artillery? Okay. This is what we'll do. Let's just go ahead and go into the support equipment then. Although we are short on the aluminum, but we can trade for that at least. Okay, so again, we do have the resistance here. It's high level resistance too. They can shut down, which is really cool. If resistance is high enough. It's just a cool feature, I should say. Let's attack these guys so that we can try and get behind them. They can shut down your ability to use the strategic redeploy. I thought that was a nice feature. Alright, so these guys are finally here. Good God, it took them long enough. Oopsie. Shit. God damn it. I didn't realize I had these guys selected. Let's go and have them come here quickly. Alright, so they're going to come over here for us and get this territory. Alright, so we're now attacking up that way. We have to attack up that way. Or, well, yeah, because they wouldn't be cut off either. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and do it. It's fine. We'll see how it goes. We can always try and get up this way. There's just no way to cut them off. As long as they haven't come into the war with us. The Chinese haven't, which I don't know why they haven't yet. But whatever. There's not much to be done about that. Alright, so let's attack over this way now. We'll try and surround them, grab the capital, get them defeated. Hopefully they don't give their land up to the Chinese. Or excuse me, to the Japanese, which they might end up doing. It's impossible to say. So we're still short on that rubber, of course. Alright, so these guys are now cut off from supply. So we're going to get them destroyed. We'll destroy them with this division here, I suppose. And just keep on pushing forward here. Let's go up that way. And let's have them... We want them to move fast, move rapidly. So let's have them go over this way. And then maybe what I might have these guys do is instead come up this way and then attack them. Somebody needs to do it. So these guys still aren't cut off just yet. What these two could be doing is be getting a planning bonus while they sit there. Because, yeah, we had to win there to cut them off. Alright, so they're going up that way. Alright, looking good so far, guys. Looking good. Oh, and we have gotten these guys cut off as well. They're completely cut off from supply. So now let's go and attack here now. Because the Chinese are here, yeah, that's kind of an issue, and they're going to start taking territory that way, and I don't think there's any way for me to stop them right now. Okay, this is what we can do. We can go up this way to stop them, or try to anyways. 1 day and 0 hours. Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll get there in time. Yeah, because they'll get there first. What if we went this way then, and then we'll attack up that way to push them back? Yeah, we don't want them coming this way and taking territory we've already worked hard to take. So let's go ahead and attack it this way now. They spent all their organization attacking us. That's going to allow us to easily get that victory point. These guys should stay here. And they're going to go ahead and advance over this way. Alright, so they're coming down there. And let's attack here now. I don't know why the attack pulled back. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. If they pulled them back, that would cause issue. If they pulled them in, that would cause problems. How long do we have till they attack there? Okay, we might have to attack then. Let's let the planning bonus get up as much as possible. We got about a day and a half. Alright. So these guys are going to come over here and then attack them. When do they leave? 3 days? Okay, so then we'll attack. Get them wiped out. Did win there. Still trying to wrap that up. Now, let's go ahead and have these guys push forward here while they go after the capital. And then they're going to get them cut off. That's the idea anyway. Alright, so they did push forward there. That's a problem. Let's go and attack these guys here now. How much time do we have? 16 hours. Let's just go and launch the attack then. Alright, push over this way. What is this? We are at risk. Country assuming leadership of our Iberian faction. Yeah, that's right. They're gonna... We may have issues with this, frankly. Which is a shame. I would love to be able to seize control. If we have to get, what, 50? I want to become the new spy master. So we need to have 50 political... Oh, and you have to have the 3 branch upgrades. Okay, what are we currently working on building? I think as soon as we finish that civilian factory, maybe we'll go ahead and start working on it now so that we can get it done. We need to get some of the upgrades here. I don't know if we can justify it right now, man. Maybe we should wait till we get the civilian factory done and then we'll try and do it and just hope that the Spanish don't do it. So just taking a look here, they cannot yet assume leadership. 15 days of 180 since current faction leader assumed power. They have 456,000 of the deployed manpower out of the 495 needed, so they need to deploy a lot more manpower. They have 47 factories out of 86 needed, so we're actually good for right now. Hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. We'll see. Us gaining control of China, if we can get this, should help avoid that. But we're only at 2%, man. It's just not enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue attacking here now. Grab all that territory for ourselves. And just see, make sure we have people attacking everywhere. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and have... we'll just wait to attack there. To get another military factory, though. So let's go and put this into... Just see how we want to do. How are we doing on the infantry equipment? Alright. Let's do another into motor. Well, don't we have rubber issues? Yeah, we still got rubber issues, and we still can't trade for it just yet. We're getting there. Slowly, man, slowly. We could also increase opinion with them to kind of help that out. Because we're at negative 82. I hate having to do this, but it's going to be necessary. We'll just have to do it, guys. Just try and get that rubber trade, because yeah, we're limited right now by what we can do because of the lack of rubber, guys. So let's just see what we want to get that doesn't cost rubber then. I guess artillery. I suppose we can get artillery. That doesn't cost us any rubber. We'll do artillery. We're losing artillery guns as well in the war, so that'll help with that. All right. So they're attacking them that way. It looks like they should be able to win on their own. So let's just go this way. And are we going to get there in time? 2 days and 0 hours. 6 hours, okay. So we should be able to wipe them out before they get to push forward any more forward. We have construction 4. I guess we can go with excavation next. Though again, that doesn't give us much resources that we need. It does give us more resources to trade, though, I suppose. There's that. Alright, so we have knocked this out. These guys are going to grab that. Let's go ahead and have... I think that these ones should be the one to attack them now. I know they're about to get there, but you know, somebody's got to attack these guys, so they'll go that way. We'll attack with these guys instead. This is actually going to be a failure. Okay, well, they're not actually cut off until we get there, so that's a problem, man. Huh. Alright, so we just have to let... This is what we'll do. Let them get the planning bonus, I suppose. That should help them out in that battle. Overall, these conflicts are difficult for us. And let's just do more infantry equipment, since that's the only thing we have resources for. We are getting the steel here, though, so we might not need to trade for something. No, we still don't have enough steel yet. Alright, so I wanted to take a look at the occupied territories and see if compliance is at all going up. It is going up. Okay, so we can get compliance. Okay, I wasn't sure, but yeah, man, look at how much manpower this requires. Luckily, we're getting a lot of manpower from them, I would assume. Let me just take a look. How much manpower we're, like, getting from these guys. Yeah, look at that. This is what I meant by China having that manpower, man. Yeah, we're getting like thousands of manpower. I think we're getting more manpower from China now than we are from anywhere else. So that's nice. Alright, so trying to get all these guys wiped out here. And they did capitulate. That gave us, I think, some of the equipment. Yeah, we got some of their equipment. But we didn't get their territory, unfortunately. So that's a real shame. So that's going to cause some problems. I think we're considered occupying this. But yeah, I don't think we can ask them for the territory because we're not in the same faction. Yeah, so that's going to be an issue. Alright. Yeah. Can't ask them for military access, and we will. So that we can... But yeah, that sucks, man. So we didn't get any of this territory. For ourselves that all went to Japan. Yeah, that's a real bummer. So I don't think there's anywhere else left to expand unless we go to war with China, which I think we will do. We'll declare war on them next so that we can take any territory that's here. I should have already did that, actually. I don't know why I didn't. Alright, so let's go ahead and declare war here. And that'll allow us to start pushing into their territory. Seeing the best way to do this now. We want to go and delete all these as well, because none of these are relevant. In fact, just go and delete all of this. We'll just redo everything, with the exception of that one. That would go into Japanese hands unless we went this way. So we have to go that way, basically. And try and get these guys over here. So we didn't get any of this. We at least have control of it. It's just so ridiculous that they got... We forced their capitulation, man. They should not have gotten control of that. That's frustrating. Whatever. There's nothing to be done about it, guys. It just, it's irritating, though. And I suppose we can go ahead and have... We have to create a new fronts all throughout here. So let's go ahead and have these guys... We're gonna stop them. Of course, they did agree to our request for military access. And so let's go and bring all of our troops up here. All right, excellent. So we'll have 2 divisions there. We're attacking right there, and then these guys will attack there as well. All right, and let them leave if they so desire. We're okay with that. All right, so total war participation, we're now at 0%. This is like so irritating, man. We're not gonna get nothing from this. Yeah, how did we get to 0%, man, or 1% of the war effort? That's just really irritating, man. I mean, it's just part of the game, guys. Minor powers are discriminated against, like hardcore discriminated against in this game. It's just the nature of it. It's not the first time we've seen it, but it's just gonna be really, really hard for us to do anything because of that. Like, we're gaining all this territory, but we're not gonna get to keep it. As of right now, we won't get to keep any of this. So that's a real bummer, man. I mean, we're occupying it, so that makes it hard for them to do anything with it, but it doesn't make it impossible. It is not impossible, guys. So it's just what it is, man. It's just a shame. All right, so we don't want to... And that went to Japanese hands as well. Shit. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. If we advance this way, I think this all goes into Japanese hands. Now we still get points for taking the territory, so there is that. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do, just have like one of these divisions go over here, and this guy go over to here. Is what it is. Is what it is, man. So these guys will all hop on railroads, get their asses over there. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything from this though. It's a real shame. Okay, just try and do what we can here, and I guess what we'll do here is we'll redo this line. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. But... Alright, so yeah, we probably won't get nothing from this conflict. It's gonna be a waste of time. I mean, I guess we got like a little bit of army experience. We got to take advantage of their resources and manpower for a short amount of time. But overall, yeah, I don't really think we're gonna get much from this, which is a real bummer. We could build right now, build another division, I suppose, and I guess we will. We'll get another division going. We can't get any more of them. Let's just do one more division here. Get them set to deploy into our training army. Take a look at the training army and see if any of these guys are done training yet. They both are done training. So we'll just stop the... Well, you know what? It gives us army experience. It's not like we're short on equipment. We'll just bring one of these over here for now. That one division training probably not going to have much of an effect either on equipment or experience. So whatever, we'll leave it as is. I was hoping the Spanish would send some divisions over here. And they might be. And if they sent divisions to help us out, then, you know, we would have been able to advance quicker, but I think China's done for, and we can kind of break through here, but yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything, guys. Unfortunately. We could do the attack soon. We got to get the organization up, and then we'll attack there. But yeah, frankly, we're just pretty limited right now. It's a damn shame. And we accept. So, come on into the conflict. Alright, so we could help out here to see if we can't get the points for advancing there. We'll see how that ends up going. It looks like they actually lost the attack. Okay, so we'll just stop that then. I wanted to do it without having to fight them. Alright, so just getting our organization up so we can attack over here. Get the planning bonus up for these guys as well. All that will help, and then we'll attack right there. Let's see what we can get done. But overall, yeah, this did not work out as I had planned. It's been a real shame. How long until these guys get out of there? It seems like they've been moving forever. I suppose we could put our planes in the air, but again, I feel like we're just wasting anything we do here now. I just don't think we're going to get much from this. I mean, yeah, we just don't have anything to really justify doing so. Yeah, I just don't, I don't think we'll be able to do that, guys. Alright. Whatever, man. Whatever. I mean, we have control of the skies, so there's no reason to put the fighters into the air. I mean, you get a little bit of air experience from it, but yeah, we're just losing planes. I don't really see any benefit to it, especially if we're not going to get any territory here, man. Which I don't expect to get. I don't expect to get anything in the peace treaty. If we could just get one state, then I feel like it would be worth it, just because all the steel that you get, all the factories that you get, and more importantly, all the manpower that we'd get from this. You know, I think it'd be worth it if we could just get this one state, man. That's all I want. Union's been called into the war. I didn't know they weren't already called in. So yeah, we can advance up through this way. We got to get the win here, which they are still here. And we're still trying to get the planning bonus up. We'll just keep building that up. And let's just attack, guys. Doesn't look like that's going to be a win. Now, it'd actually be good if we lost troops, because the game put such a focus on taking casualties. We'll never take enough casualties. We've lost 222 dudes. I wonder if we killed any. We killed 2.6 thousand for 222. This is what we need to do in our wars, guys. I think this is a real good example. 737 Chinese dead. But this is a great example for what we're going to need to do, though. I think it's good testing, I suppose. And then we'll attack over here. Those guys are about to leave. We'll grab that province. Helping out there. But yeah, we'll never get enough you know, war participation from casualties. You already know that's not going to help. Alright, so they've left. Let's attack now. And actually, let's attack with all these guys. Well, we'll send one. We'll leave one here, and he can support the attack. Alright, and then it'll cut those guys off, and then we'll destroy them. And then hopefully they'll allow us to advance this way. I don't know if it'll actually go in our hands. It's supposed to go in our hands because we're attacking from our own territory, but it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes it's based off of who has control of the state, which is the Japanese. But we should have had all of these, man. So irritating. That one, of course, I think... Yeah, we should have gotten that one, too. We took that one that just got granted to them. It's just... I don't even know why they got that one. We had control of that. It just doesn't make any damn sense, man. I'm just being discriminated against. Alright, so we have one here. I don't really see any point on helping wipe them. Well, I guess we can help. Yeah, we'll help. I know it's going to go into Japanese hands, but whatever. You still get, again, you do get the points for if you're the first one to the province, which is considered you occupying it. It's not actually for holding it. That causes some confusion for people, thinking that if you don't gain control of the territory, then you don't occupy it. But that is actually not the case. That's not the way it works. I'm going to attack over that way. Just taking the provinces. Whoever takes it, which is the first division to arrive at it, is the one who gets the points for the occupation. Your country gets it. So that's the way it works. So even though we're not getting control of any of this, it's still, you know, we're still getting points for it. But we're just not getting very many points, period. I mean, it's just not enough. Japan's been at war too damn long. So we'll help them win it here. Yeah, but overall we're just wasting our own resources, essentially. Because we're not going to get much from this. Alright, so we're going to keep the attack going that way. Wipe those divisions out, wipe those divisions out as well. Keep on pushing forward over this way and getting Japan more territory. No, I told you no. Oh, that is actually going to be the end of the episode, my friends. Alright, so that's the current situation. We're involved in a war finally. So we are actually doing something. I knew it was going to be kind of late by the time we actually got involved in any conflicts, just because of the nature of this campaign, because Portugal starts out so weak. They're pretty damn weak. We did get rid of all the negative national spirits, though. But yeah, just kind of in a shitty situation overall because of what's going on in China, and I'm a little bit irritated by it. And we can now trade with the British for their rubber, so that's good. And so that means I'm going to go ahead and stop increasing relations with them. We probably boosted it a little bit. Yeah, we boosted it a little bit. It's enough. We'll keep the spy there, though. So let's stop improving relations so we can get that political power going to something else. But yeah, that is the end of the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy our little war in China here, even though if it's going to go negative in the long run, whatever. It is what it is. You never know. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll be able to get something from it. Probably not, though. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching, guys.